Hello, and welcome to the Professional Development Certification Program Orientation. My name is Lynette Thorstensen, and I'm the resource teacher for PDCP program here in Brevard County Public Schools. I would like to take a moment just to welcome all of you to BPS. We hope that you will love teaching in our school district, and we also hope to be able to provide this program to you to support your professional development as you continue your career here with us in Brevard County. The first thing I'd like you to do is to make sure that you have downloaded the brochure. You can certainly follow along in the brochure as we go through the presentation, or download it after the presentation is over so that you can take another look through it. And if you have any questions, you can contact me directly. My information is on the front of the brochure. You will find this brochure on our PDCP page, and the address is listed here on the slide for you. This is our website for the Professional Development Certification Program, and you will find our website if you go to the brevardschools.org page, click on Departments and Programs. Once you click on Departments and Programs, you will click on Human Resources. When Human Resources opens, you will find there are many links there, and you will look under where it says New Teacher Induction, and you will find the Professional Development Certification Program will be open there for you as a link that you can click. And the screenshot directly in front of you is a copy of what our page looks like. And it's very simple because it just contains the steps to applying for the program. You have obviously found the page because you're currently taking the orientation video. And like I said, hopefully have downloaded the brochure. And this is step one of possibly joining the PDCP program. So what is the PDCP program? This program is designed to support teachers coming into our school district on a temporary teaching certificate. Those of you that are here on a temp cert either came through by having your bachelor's degree and taking a subject area exam, or having your bachelor's degree and being certified by the Department of Education that the coursework that you took in college temporarily satisfies the requirement for you to teach that subject here in our county. Inevitably, all teachers end up taking that subject area exam. So my recommendation to any new candidate coming in, if you haven't already taken your subject area test, I would go ahead and do so once you know for sure what subject area you want to teach. And most of the people in our program are either mid-career changers or those who maybe just came out of college but did not go through an education program at the university. So non-college of education graduates, but those who possess bachelor's degrees in content and subject areas where they can teach in our county. And so this program is designed to support all of the educational pedagogy you would have had you gone through a university program while you were in college. To enter our program, you do have to be a full-time K-12 classroom teacher with students assigned to you. There are some individuals that do not qualify because of the job that they do in our county. So you do have to be a classroom teacher. And the purpose of that is because there are job-embedded portfolio tasks that are part of this program. And you have to have students in order to be able to fulfill the requirements of the portfolio. In addition, you should have already passed your general knowledge exam. I do have some teachers who will contact me, and we have made certain exceptions, but predominantly it's for those who have passed their GK test. And this first year coming into Brevard Public Schools, we do want our temp cert teachers to really be able to concentrate on doing what they need to do to be able to pass their general knowledge test. Then you also need to have at least 18 months remaining on your certificate. There are exceptions as well that can be made to that depending on what coursework you may have taken since you've come into BPS. But we know that in order to do this program with fidelity and not to feel overwhelmed, you do need to have at least 18 months remaining on your temporary certificate. So that would mean at least by January of that second year that you would be entering into the program. I will take teachers as late as the summer enrollment of that final year, but during the summer you must be committed to taking coursework and doing things to build towards completing your program. We also recommend that you need at least 12 hours of coursework, and on the next slide I'll be talking to you about your statement of eligibility. But for the most part, this program is designed for those who need most of the coursework that is required by the DOE. If you're someone who maybe started as an education major at your university and switched majors but had taken some education courses, then many times in those circumstances, it's in your best interest to go ahead and just take the 1 or 2 courses the DOE has said that you need. So looking at the next piece is your statement of eligibility. Every person who applies for a temporary certificate should receive what we call an SOE, or a statement of eligibility, from the Department of Education. Usually on the second page of that statement, there's a section for completion of professional preparation coursework, and it'll be a bulleted list that lists all the required coursework that the DOE says that you need in order to get your professional certificate. The PDCP program fulfills all of that. So once you're in this program, you no longer have to pick these courses apart. You cannot mix and match this program with college courses. So you either satisfy the coursework requirement by going to a college, or you enter the PDC program and you fulfill that requirement while you're in this program, but you cannot mix and match together. Once again, we recommend for those that need more than 12 hours of coursework to come into PDCP. It's definitely worth your time and effort, but if you only need 1 course, then it's usually in your best interest just to go ahead and go to a college. And later on in the presentation, I'll explain some of the other ways that people can satisfy these requirements if you're not interested in joining PDCP. The components of our program are threefold. There is a 20-task job embedded portfolio that you will complete over the time that you're in the program. The first 2 or 3 portfolio tasks are very simple. They can be completed very quickly. There's a nice time matrix that explains which ones can be done in a week or less, which tasks take 1 to 2 weeks, and then those that take maybe 3 or more to complete. So it allows a candidate to decide what they're going to do and how they're going to space those portfolio tasks out over the 2 years that they're in the program. In addition to that, there are in-service courses that are also part of this program. Reading Competency 2 is one of them. It's a 60-hour hybrid course, which means that it's taught partially online through our Blackboard and also some face-to-face meetings. Reading Competency 2 is a requirement in the state of Florida. Every person in PDCP throughout the entire state takes Reading Competency 2. We also require an ESOL course. Currently, our required ESOL course is what we call CCC, Cross-Cultural Communication, and that is taken online also through our Blackboard. Then there are 8 additional trainings that support the learning in the program. These are all based on the Florida Educator Accomplished Practices. The FEAPs are also what is on and assessed on your professional exam. The Florida Educator Accomplished Practices are also the basis for your evaluation for what we call our IPAS, which is our evaluation system here in Brevard Public Schools. Those trainings all support the learning that you need to be able to complete those job embedded tasks in your portfolio. So that's coursework such as standards-based lesson planning, foundations of assessment, learning theory and practice, professional practices for educators, student advocacy and legal issues, and educational technology in the classroom. In addition, we do have a face-to-face course, which is either CHAMPS or Discipline in the Secondary Classroom, and this is our required classroom management course, as well as a course through our online PDA through Fiddlers for teaching students with learning differences. And once again, all of this coursework is supporting your learning so that you can not only complete your tasks, but also have all of the skills that you're going to need to be able to pass your professional education exam. In addition, you have to, of course, pass your 3 tests, your GK, which you'd already have when you come in the program, your subject tests, which most teachers have when they come in the program as well, and then the professional test, which you'll take that last year you're in the program. And then, of course, getting effective or highly effective evaluations for the 2 years that you're in this program. What do you need to do to apply once you complete the PDCP and have completed all of your tests and your teaching successfully for those 2 years? I will submit your information to Dinah Kramer. She is our senior, what we call our senior certification partner, and she will submit that information to the DOE, and I will send you the information you need on how to apply, and you will apply with the state to have your temporary certificate converted to a professional certificate. I often get questions about what type of support you receive while you're in the program. It is predominantly an online program. However, you do have a school-based mentor. Your first year of teaching, whether you're in PDCP or not, you should be receiving weekly mentoring at your school. Second year, you're going to be receiving mentoring twice a month, and by year 3, most of your support will come from the PDCP, from the mentors here in our program. But many times during that 3rd year, our PDCP teachers are still mentored by the mentor that was supporting them for the 2 years they were in the program, in their induction program. And many times that teacher will continue to work with you throughout the time that you're in PDCP. We also have a team of assessors. Right now I have 17 assessors that work to assess the portfolio tasks, and each one of those is an expert in their task. They're all veteran teachers who are teacher leaders in our school district, and they work very hard to assess those tasks and provide feedback to you as a candidate as you're working on those tasks to make sure that you are meeting the requirements of passing those tasks. And as your PDCP coordinator, I also work to keep you on track throughout the program. So I monitor the completion of your courses, of your tasks, make sure that you get information about registration and when courses are coming up, and kind of just try to keep that in the forefront of your mind throughout the time that you're in the program. And we do a lot of communication, obviously, through email and newsletters and things such as that to make sure that once again you're staying up with what you need to do for your program. So initially the cost of the program was $1,200, and starting in 1920 school year, it's going to cost teachers $25 per pay period for 12 pay cycles, which is a total of $300. Then upon successful completion of the program, you will be refunded the $300. You'll be reimbursed the money that you paid into the program once you successfully complete PDCP. You're also going to be signing a letter of intent, and we want to make sure that the teachers that are going through our program are also committed to being teachers in Brevard County Public Schools. And so you will sign a letter of intent saying that you intend on staying here in our school district to support our students and our programs. So what are the other options if you do not want to do the PDCP program? And there are plenty. One of them is called an EPI. That's an Educator Prep Institute, and many of our local state colleges have EPI programs. Currently, Eastern Florida does not, but they are in the process of applying for a program, and we're hoping that in the next year or so that will come to fruition. Right now, Indian River has a program, as well as Valencia. Valencia's program is online, and if you want to look at that program, I would recommend that you do that if you would like to investigate all of your options. For most EPI programs, you do have to pass the GK before entering, and most of them can be completed in 3 semesters, but there is no potential to transfer credits for that program. The cost of those programs runs anywhere between $2,400 and $4,800, depending on the program or the state college, because it's based on their state college tuition rates. You can also go take your courses at a college, and there are a couple of colleges we recommend. They're both private universities, but they have programs specifically designed for teachers working towards satisfying those requirements on the SOE. And at Florida Southern, the courses are a week long. They're intense courses, but they are just 1 week in length. And at University of Phoenix, they're 4 to 5 weeks. They are at the bachelor's level or higher, which is the requirement of the DOE. You can't go and take those at a 2000 level. They do need to be bachelor's level or higher. And in both of these programs at Florida Southern and University of Phoenix, those courses are not transferable to master's program courses. Those are designed as non-degree seeking. They're specific programs made for people that are working in the field and trying to meet the requirements of that statement of eligibility. They do have enrollment periods, fall, spring, and summer, so there's always a point in which you can join, and those courses are fully online, very similar to our program because most of our courses are online as well. But for some people, like I said earlier in the orientation, if you just have 1 or 2 classes to take, this really might be your best option. The courses run anywhere from $550 to $620 per course, depending on which university you go to. And if you'd like more information about either one of those schools, you can email me and I'll be happy to send you the links, or you can email Dinah Kramer or Sharon Doucette-Dorn. They are our 2 certification specialists in human resources, and they both have the information as well. These are some important things to consider if you're coming into the PDCP program. It is a self-paced program, and sometimes I will have teachers who, for one reason or another, put things off and then go into that final year and have to take all their coursework and do all of their portfolio tasks, and it's very overwhelming. And so it's really important when you start the program to dig right in and start at the very beginning. And starting may just be taking that first course or just doing those first couple of tasks in your portfolio, but it's important to start right away and try to keep a steady pace throughout the time you're in the program. And that will help you to not feel so overwhelmed while you're in. Also, don't start any other type of program. I've had candidates who have started master's degrees, and it has been really, really difficult for them to complete the program and do the requirements for their master's program because they don't align. They're not the same requirements. So it's really important, if you're going to be in this program, to be all in. Once you complete this program, apply for your professional certificate. I would definitely recommend going into a master's program. I think that's a wonderful thing to do to continue your learning. Also consider your family situation. If you know that you're going to be moving, or you just found out you're having a baby, or maybe you just don't have any long-term plan to stay in education, you probably should not start PDCP, or at least have a conversation with me about it so we can discuss what might be the best fit for you. Because I've had teachers who have paid into the program and then they end up moving or not being able to finish, and you do not receive a refund. So it's really important once you commit that you stick with it. Also, they moved before they had a chance to finish up. So then wherever they go to, they have to start all over again because PDCP is not portable. So it's really important, once again, that you make that decision and then stay with that program until you receive your completion and can apply for your professional certificate. Also, reimbursement isn't provided if you don't complete. So if you pay that $300 and then you, for whatever reason, do not complete the program, you do not get your money back. Or if you're not reappointed. So once again, making that commitment, it's important. As well as this is a time commitment, and many times teachers don't think about or realize the time that's going to be involved in participating in this program. You will have to work at home. You will have to sometimes sacrifice some time either at night or on the weekends. We do have support for our teachers at night and weekends to come to mentoring, to come to kickoffs, to be able to support you, but it will require some of your free time. So you just kind of have to think about that also as you're committing to come into the program. So if you've decided you'd like to enroll, how do you enroll? So obviously you found the orientation video online, so this is the first step. You're going to contact me too. If I haven't reached out to you and you haven't heard from me and you just happen to find this on your own or from your mentor at your school, if I haven't contacted you, reach out to me so I can take a look at your statement of eligibility and we can just check to make sure that you are meeting the requirements for the program. And then the most important thing is for you to get onto the website, and I've provided that link right there in step 2, the application link, as well as the link for the steps to applying for the program. And I'm going to slide this over real quick into this presentation because I want you to see the website. And so this is our live PDCP page. And down here, these are the steps for applying to the PDCP program. So right now you're watching that orientation video, you've downloaded the brochure. Then you're going to email me if you have any questions, and there's the link right there for my email. Once you've decided you'd like to join, you're going to print the letter of intent and the payroll deduction form, and both of these are hyperlinks. So you're just going to click on them, print out the form, complete it. And then once you've done that, you're going to take both of these forms, your letter of intent and payroll deduction, and you're going to send me a copy of your GK scores along with those 2 forms in the courier to me here at ESF in PL&D. If you don't know where your courier service is because you haven't used it yet at your school, just check with your school secretary and they'll be happy to show you where that is. Then step 4 is applying to the program. And right now, while this video is being taped, we're currently about to accept applications for summer cohort of 2019. And so that link, the title of that link is constantly changing depending on which group of teachers I'm bringing in. So this is about to be the summer cohort for 2019. So once you've done those things, I will welcome you into the program and provide you with a kickoff video with the orientation materials. And that's how you will get started. And I'll provide you with other supports as well. And once again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Email is always the best way to get a hold of me, because even if I'm in a training, maybe I have a little bit of time in between to answer emails, or if I'm out of the building or working with a teacher at a school, sometimes I have a chance to stop and check my emails. So that's always the best way to get in touch with me. But you can also give me a call too here at ESF at 633-1000, extension 243. And once again, welcome to Brevard County. We're so happy that you're here, and I hope that you decide that PDCP is going to be the right fit for you, because we would love to have you in the program. Thank you so much for watching.